Come get cozy with me. Hey folks, welcome back to our channel. This week we are doing our 1 year of van life review. If you're new to our channel, welcome. And we do these reviews. We've done a 3 months, a 6 months, a 9 months, and now a 1 year review. So if you want to look at the previous reviews to kind of get up to date, look up here. There's going to be a little file up here for you can click and watch, and then come back and watch the year one.
And subscribe to our channel. That would be very helpful.
Yes, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out a lot. So yeah, 1 year in the van. Did you know, babe, that literally yesterday, this time last year, is when we left the bay, December 17th.
No, we left in November.
Sweetie, we got peach in November.
Oh, that's right.
Folks.
So we left California December. Wow. That's
like
crazy.
we left the house. Like everything was done.
Wow, so it really is like exactly 1 year.
A year later.
Yeah. We are on point with that timing.
I know, right? So yeah, 1 year to the date, and a lot of things have changed since we embarked on this journey.
And since our last review.
I mean, honestly, did you think that in a year we'd have a home here in Minneapolis? Did you think that we would?
I didn't think that 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Even.
Because it wasn't part of the plan, folks.
Yeah. But here we are, still in Peach, outside of our stationary home, which is really been a blessing for us.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the whole year, right?
Yeah, year review. So basically we started in California. We made it all the way to Florida at one point. We went back to California, flew to Puerto Rico, came back to California, went all the way up the coast of California, left California to head to Minnesota, to fly from Minnesota to New York back to Minnesota, and then we bought a house in Minnesota. And then we bought a house. We went to Savannah, which we were just in Savannah the last couple weeks, and then now we're back.
Yeah.
So that's
good
been
memory.
Thank you.
I was kind of lost during that.
Yeah, I mean, we've been all over. We haven't hit every single state
yet.
But we've hit a lot of them. Do you want to talk? I mean, has anything changed in terms of like what's your favorite city? I think the last time we talked, you said yours were like Denver and New Mexico. Yeah,
I think being down in the South in Georgia was really nice to be there, and like I do really like the South as well, but I do have kind of just an itch to get back to like the desert area, like New Mexico. I guess Colorado isn't really desert, but it's mountainy, hybridish kind of environment. So I don't know, I feel a really strong draw to like, we haven't spent a ton of time in Arizona, right?
I think we've driven through it.
We've driven through it, but I've been there. But
me too. Yeah,
so I'd love to spend more time in Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. Yeah. Of course, like definitely want to spend more time in California. That's, my heart is still there.
I really feel like my heart's left.
Oh, interesting. I don't think my heart will ever leave the Bay fully, but like not enough to want to fully like necessarily move back there at this point, but I do want to spend like a good chunk of time there throughout the year.
Interesting. I don't feel that way.
Oh.
So we'll have
we're at odds.
We'll have to figure that one out. I mean, there are a lot of people I love that live there. I want to go and visit them, but in terms of California, the land, I don't know.
Well, I'm talking more about people.
Yeah.
Like people I want to see there.
Yeah. I'm talking about land, like land. So you were drawn to California because you said you were drawn to like New Mexico, Denver.
Yeah, New Mexico, California.
Interesting.
I'd like to spend more time in Washington also.
Yeah, our trip there was really short too.
Yeah.
A lot of it's kind of my fault because a lot of our travels the last like 6 months has been dictated by my burlesque shows and festivals, which has been like a great motivator to get to new places, but also it's limited our time to be able to like take our sweet time to get to know them.
Yeah.
So that's been a little challenging.
Yeah, but with Omicron on the rise, I bet you'll be slowing down kind of burlesque events across the U.S. I don't know.
I mean, I really don't know.
We'll see.
I really don't
Yeah.
know. Locally in Minneapolis, there are still shows happening, which has been really wonderful to be a part of. We're getting our booster shots next week.
Yeah.
So that'll add a layer of security for us, and you
Yeah.
know, just kind of getting back into the practice of wearing masks more regularly, because I definitely feel like we got out of the habit of that.
Yeah, we kind of got out of the habit because like some places weren't really, and
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Minnesota has been very interestingly.
Yeah, but they're kind of, I think, ramping up again, and it's just, yeah, I think we're, with Omicron ramping up, we just...
Omarion.
Bess keeps calling it Omarion, but it's Omicron.
Omarion.
Anyways.
Anyway.
So that's ramping up again.
Enough about COVID.
Yeah.
I would like to share that my number one city, I think for the longest time, I've been saying New Orleans. But this past trip to Savannah has really confirmed that.
Yeah.
My heart, soul, mind, spirit, I would say it just belongs there. And I feel motivated to work really hard to get a house there. Like, why are you laughing?
Just laughing because it's like, we're all over the place. Like, once we got a house, now we're like, where else can we get?
Yeah, where else? I mean, the world is our oyster. I mean, you know, when we embarked on this journey, a lot of it was going on a sense of adventure, but hopefully experiencing, I mean, finding a landing spot, which we've chosen as Minneapolis, which kind of was chosen for us in an interesting way. But it was also to, I don't know,
get to know different places
and also like be on this journey of expanding our wealth, I would say.
Yeah, that's a big thing for us. And
yeah.
So we wanted to each discuss 3 things that either surprised us or changed our perspective this past year while doing van life. I'll start. The first one is, I think I expected van life to be a little bit dirty, like really dirty, just hard to keep up with. And surprisingly, I think that I've been a little, what's an appropriate term?
What are you trying to say?
I'm like anal about it.
That's fine.
I've been a little hyper aware, hypersensitive of germs, dirt, all this stuff. So like we've had a really good cleaning routine. And so I really expected it was going to be super grimy and dirty all the time and just like feeling gross all the time. And there were definitely moments of that for sure. But I think for the most part we like gotten a really good routine with cleaning. And so that's one thing that surprised me, is just the ability to actually keep a tiny space pretty regularly clean and fresh. Do you want to do one, or do you want me to do one? I think another one that surprised me, or just another thing that changed my mind during this year, was how important routine is doing this lifestyle. And I think like being in a stationary home now, you fall out of that routine more, but I think that some of those habits have stuck with us. Like, you can't really survive in this, well, you can, but like it's really makes it much more challenging to survive van life if you're not sticking to a routine, especially if you have dogs. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So survive is a little intense of a word.
Well, yeah, I guess survive is a little intense, but I just, especially when you're working full time and you're just trying to exist in the world, it's hard on the road.
Yeah,
it's really hard. Like, you have to just have your things. You need a sense of like normalcy because everything around you is changing, and so that was really important. A third thing is, I guess, like we saved a ton of money living this way.
Did we?
I think we did.
It was great. I didn't know. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, Bess wasn't working full time, but like our expenses were so low that was huge. And of course there's ways that you can, everybody does van life differently, but for us, we cooked in the van thanks to Bess. We rarely ate out. Like, we'd like to eat in places that they were known for certain foods and stuff, but I mean, we saved a ton of money living this way and living minimally, that I think it's really a big draw to the lifestyle too, is
Yeah.
because we were able to save a good chunk of money.
Yeah. That's great. I love your 3 things. I'm trying to think. My 3 things. I mean, this was my idea, right? That Blix agreed to support and be on. So I'm really grateful for Blix. And I would say, like, you know, I think some part of me was a little afraid that I would regret it, you know? And I'm happy to say that a year later now, like, there's nothing that I regret about doing this and where it's led us to. And I'm really grateful for that. Like, even being in here right now, it just feels like home still. Like, I feel that ease in here, you know? And I'm just so grateful. I mean, it's not that I'm talking like it's the end, but it's the end of, like, van life, I think, as we know it in a lot of ways now that we have, like, a stationary home. And I think our trips are going to be a little bit more planned out, which is going to be good for us. So yeah, I guess the first thing I would say is just the reflection around the fact that this was the right decision for us.
It opened a lot of doors for us. That's a good one.
Yeah. The next one, I would say, to kind of piggyback off of your idea of, like, routine, I think in my head, I think of myself as someone who loves to just be free of routine, loves to, like, have no schedule, likes to just do whatever I want all the time, and I really romanticize that. And I really don't like having things dictate my day, but the past year I learned that even though, like, I may not like it, I benefit from it and I need it. And there were a lot of rough times where, you know, like, there were a lot of things to do in the van all the time, but weeks or days when it was just a little bit calmer in terms of me having to take care of stuff, like, I wouldn't say bored, but I was just kind of, like, twiddling my thumbs, you know, and sometimes I would have, like, I felt disconnected in terms of, like, my purpose. And so, yeah, I think it's, like, being this way, you're kind of outside of the society's norm and not as connected. So, like, one way I would feel connected was through social media on my phone. So I just, like, would get really addicted to that, and which was, like, the opposite of, I think, what you'd hope for when you're living life. You want to be out more and not in. So that was kind of surprising, but it led me to the decision now, which is, I think I shared in the last video, that I got a job, which I'm really grateful for. And I think just having that routine again, like, I know Blix had a hard time working in the van and stuff like that, but I would get jealous sometimes. Like, I wish I had something that I had to do every day in some
structure,
way. Structure. So, long story short, structure is something that van life is hard to, like, create, but you can do it, and I need it. So there's that.
But we'll still be doing our social media and stuff.
YouTube, social media is still going to be...
I'll probably try to help out more with stuff, but with filming.
It's always a priority. I mean, we still want to share our lives no matter, like, what we're up to, and I think we're not... van life or not, you know, I think we enjoy sharing what we're up to in a lot of ways. So, yeah. There's that. And the last thing, I'm trying to think. I guess to piggyback another thing about what you were saying in terms of, like, stuff and not, like, saving money and stuff. For me, it was really nice to know that, like, I don't know, I feel like I did learn. I'm still struggling, even in the stationary home. Like, I'm a kind of a spreader, you know. I like to spread things around and just, like, I'm, like, work on projects here and there, and that's just kind of how natural I am, and those habits are already coming out in the house. But being in the van, you can't be like that. So I did practice on a daily basis having to put things away, and so I know the importance of that. I know that it puts things at ease for me when things are clear, and so this way of life really has helped me to prioritize it, and at least know that, like, I'm capable of that if I have to do it. So that's nice. And just being, again, always intentional about, like, what we're buying, what we're needing. And I think we have a house, but I really don't want to accumulate stuff.
We're trying to be very careful about the stuff we get.
Which you know, it's just another form of practice, right? So, I would say those 3 things, and just, I don't know, I just am filled with a lot of gratitude.
Yeah, it's been really fun, and I'm excited to see what else we'll do, you know, where we'll go and what it will look like, and how we incorporate you all with it, and Peach's stationary home.
I know, Peach's stationary home. And so right now, it's been okay so far in the winter. We've just been running not the diesel, the S-bar heater in here that we have pretty much 24/7.
Yeah, but we actually haven't had to do it 24/7.
Oh, really?
It's been
Yeah, it's been a little warmer, I guess.
Yeah, there's been some days, like, when it gets in the teens, that's usually when I'll run it. But for the most part, it hasn't been too bad. It's more like the external piece of the van that I'm worried about. So I'm looking at different solutions to get, like, a covering or something. Mm-hmm. But we'll see what we end up doing with that.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's just the Minnesota winters are rough, so.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if this is something you're really wanting to pursue, van life, or you have questions about, like, we'd love to chat with you about it, feel free to put comments in the comments below, and we'll try and answer those. And I mean, I know when we first thought about it, like, I had to be convinced a bit of doing it, but then once I understood it, I really wanted it, and we both really wanted it. And I think you've said this before, but it's definitely something you can obtain if you just, put your mind to it, and there's different accessibility, of course, certain vans, but I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I think you're just saying, it's kind of like, before this was a possibility for us, we didn't know how it would come about. Like, we really didn't know where to begin, all this stuff. And, of course, YouTube University, finding people who vlog, hearing their stories. And like you said, it's almost like once you make that decision and you're certain about that, we were relentless in how once we decided of finding a van, figuring out our finances to make it happen.
Yeah, but it's tough. I mean, it's definitely like a tough market.
Take some time. Yeah, but you can do it, and we're happy to answer any questions that you may have about how we did it, or And I guess one of the last things I wanted to talk about was just the experience of traveling as a queer and interracial couple all over the United States, and I'm really grateful that we didn't have any traumatic experiences in the past year. We've had definitely moments of ooh, maybe we should turn around, or ooh, or making sure we do our research ahead of time before we went anywhere. Just really listening to our intuition. Yeah. But we're so grateful that we get to be who we are. We've gotten to be who we are and pretty much travel freely and have a lot of positive experiences and just a relationship to this experience of van life, because and that was always really important to us, to try to showcase the reality of these things, you know?
And it's not just white hetero cis couples or people doing it.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's important to diversify any space you're a part of, and it's been really wonderful to just be received by the van life community and the online community in the way that we've have been received, and we're just really excited. This has opened up so many doors for us, and it's brought us to our first home.
Yeah.
Peach brought us to our first home.
Well, Peach was our first home.
Our stationary home,
Yeah, but
I know Peach is our first home.
I know, but you always discount that, honey.
Oh, look at you, Peach. Blix is standing up for you, finally.
Finally?
Yes, finally. But with that, I would say a year on the road has been awesome, fabulous, exhilarating, fun, exciting, joyous, thrilling,
difficult,
loving, challenging, horrendous, fun. It's been a journey. All the things above.
Ups and downs.
And
we've gotten in many fights.
Yes, but we're still together.
We get through it.
We still love each other. Honestly, I was like, God, if we don't make it through this will be the best test of our relationship. And we did. We did it. We still like each other. We still love each other.
Lipstick on me.
Anyway, folks, thanks so much for tuning in this week. We hope that, listening to banter was kind of funny or interesting. We definitely didn't cover the whole year, but if you want to watch the year in review, definitely watch each review, because I think it's a good sequence from the beginning to end of our first year.
Yeah, any questions, please leave them below.
We won't see you until next Sunday, so we just wanted to wish you a happy holiday season. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're with your loved ones, or if you'd like to be alone, be alone. I've spent many holiday seasons alone, and I love them. But we love you, and we wish you a warm and bright week ahead.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Is it kind of crooked?
Yeah, it looks a little crooked.
Are you crooked, folks? The little
Babe,
holiday
we're like,
pillow.
hi everyone. This is so staged. Hi everyone. Merry Christmas. From ours to yours.
This isn't our Christmas video. Ready?
Where's my phone? Sweetie, do you really want the double cheetah?
I think it's so cute.
But it's conflicting.
No.
Hey folks.
Hey folks, welcome back to our channel. Okay, start over. Ready? Look at the camera.
Babe,
Don't
order
order me.
around.
Okay. If you're new to our channel, welcome. And if you're new to our channel, welcome back. Ooh.
Yeah, so last review we discussed a bunch of different things.
Yeah, what kind of things? In this moment, I like to propose, Blix, will you have dinner with me tonight? Just kidding.